Hmm. Hey, good morning, Christina. How are you? I'm just sharing out to groups right now. Give me one moment. I hope my chat doesn't go down. My chat went down last night doing the charming. Hi, Ice Swallow Come. Oh my. Oh, you're gross. Oh my god, that's the. Oh my god, you guys. I don't know how many people I have watching, but there's somebody that just joined us on YouTube with the name Ice, ICE, Wallow, WALLOWCOME, and it's all spaced out like a three-person name. He totally got me, whoever that is. Buenos dias, Kelly. Good morning. Oh my god, that's hilarious. What a way to start the morning. Please, I swallow cum, please. Please. Please subscribe to my channel. You are amazing. Oh my god. That is hilarious. Hey Amanda, how are you? Good morning or good evening to you, Kim. I know you're all the way on the other side of the planet, but good evening. How are you, dear? Oh, that is funny as hell. Oh my god. I cannot believe you thought of that. That is hilarious. You're a sick mofo. I love it. You are hilarious. You guys, I Swallow Cum is in the room. Got me saying what I do in my private life. You're bad. You're bad. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that was unexpected. And I totally like fell right into it. I didn't even like I was like, oh, hi, good morning. I Swallow Cum is what their name is on YouTube. So funny. They must have really big muscles from all that protein, though. I mean, not to gross y'all out, but anyways. So let's get back to posting. I don't want to lose track of what I was doing. Oh, that's funny. That is so funny. There's a guy on I video game, right, and on is it PS4 network? There's a guy on this game that I play, and his name is Pat Venus, and I just think that's hilarious because it's like, he mixed the word the P and the F. It should say Fat Penis, but he goes by Pat Venus, and I just think that's hilarious. I just totally love the ingenuity, I guess, of his dirty mind. I think that's fun. I have like the sense of humor of like a 12-year-old boy, really. So I can't help it. I just love to have a good chuckle at like sort of tawdry things. Okay, let me see here. I've got to make sure I'm doing what I'm doing correctly. I don't want to fuck this shit up. I think I posted there already. I can't remember. I'm so old. But I'm almost done. Just give me a moment, and I'll be able to give you guys my full attention. Last night, I hope that you guys tuned in or you have watched. We have two winners for the mediumship readings. It's going to be Laura Bowen and Angel Abels. So they were drawn out of the box as the two winners from all of the entries from the people that bought Charmings. So we're going to start that over again, I guess, this coming week with new Charmings for the week. So look forward to that. You guys can contact me about purchasing a reading if you're interested, or you can also, since it's the holidays, purchase readings for friends. That's available to you too. Please check out the 2020 predictives on the YouTube page. They're up now. Today I'm going to do Aquarius and Pisces. So thank you for those two signs for being patient. All those signs towards the end of the zodiac, thank you for being patient. But I'm doing 2 a day because they're kind of long. They're each like an hour or more for each sign. So I only want to do 2 a day, coupled with the forecast and stuff. And this is your forecast. This is Engelgeist. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, like Ice Wallow, come. Ha ha ha. Then welcome to the channel. We're glad to have you, regardless of what you do in your private life. We're glad to have you. And those of you that are returning, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. In ways you can support the channel, share the channel. Share it out. Post it to your page. Post it to groups that you belong to. Hit the like button, the thumbs up button, wherever you're watching it from. If you're watching it from Facebook, if you're watching it from YouTube, hit the like button. Leave comments, questions, anything like that. Purchase a reading from me. These are all ways you can support the channel. The other thing too is it is the Christmas season. If you go to the Engelgeist group or to my business page, there is links for my Amazon wish list for different decks that I would like to acquire. If you want to send me a deck, you just pick the deck and send it, and Amazon sends it to me. I will then open it and do an unboxing video of it. So that's another way you can support the channel, or me, if you want. I was thinking about it after all the 2020s, them being each over an hour, and doing them over the course of this week, plus the Charmings, plus the dailies, which are about 45 minutes each. I've spent quite a few hours in free readings. It's crazy how much time it's taken me. So it's been good, but I have to say the 2020s have been really surprising and kind of awesome. I've enjoyed them. It's been neat to see. So I hope that people come back and give me feedback, like maybe, I don't know, mid-year, they come back and revisit them and say, you know what, you said this was going to happen and it actually did. Or, it's because you're reading so far into the future, which I don't normally do. And I believe that it's all malleable, and up for chance and change because of our free will. But, and each person is, creating a different experience, each Capricorn or, whatever. But sort of the energies are the same, or the opportunities can be the same. The windows of opportunity, I think, are there. Maybe due to, however the planets are set up or whatever's going on, some of that stuff is sort of predetermined. The planets aren't going to move in the way that they're going to move, unless Venus falls out of the sky, it's going to do its cycle. So, but nothing is set in stone, so that's there. Good morning, Casey Ray. How are you? Saturn Day. Today is Saturn Day. It's Saturday. You're just like a pun machine. I love it. Where are you from? If you guys are, for those, Phil McCracken. Phil McCracken. I get it. He's, you guys, there's this guy, or I assume it's a guy, maybe it's a woman, maybe it's a really old, dirty old bird. I love that too. I love those women too. He's making all of these puns. And his name is Ice Wallow, Wallow, comes, COME, on YouTube. And he's joined us this morning, and he's definitely caught my attention. I think that's funny as hell. And now he's throwing out these like sort of dirty names like Phil McCracken. He's spelling he's spelling it PHILMCKRAKIN. So stupid. I love a good drag name though. That would be a great drag king name. Phil McCracken. Oh, that's hilarious. I like Tasha Salad. There's a few of them. There's Lois common denominator. Demanda refund. There's all of these silly. Me and my friends used to trade drag names that we would come up with. So we used to have super fun doing that. And those are some of the good ones. Oh, Helva. Instead of Helena Bottom Carter, or Helena Bonham Carter, you could be Hell of a Bottom Carter. So, anyways, I just think it's funny. Yeah, Ducky says, I know it's not Angel. She's sleeping. So, like, if Angel like came in under that name and was messing with me, I just think that's hilarious. So, you win today for putting a smile on my face, I think. Let's get to the doing the breath work, guys. So, what we do around here, sorry I'm a little tired. I've been up for a little while. I have been doing some mediumship stuff, just a little research and stuff. I was doing it last night. I was supposed to go to bed early, and I ended up doing some research on some old mediums and just things. And so you go down rabbit holes, you know how it is. And so this morning I was doing a little bit of work creating memes and stuff as reminders from the class that I had in Virginia Beach and things that I want to remember. But what we do around here for the newbies, especially our new friend, is that we do 3 breaths. The intention is to bring ourselves into the present moment, get oxygen into our bloodstream, sort of bring about new energy, right? We sort of set our energetic clock, so to speak. As we're taking in the first breath, we breathe in through the nose, deep into the belly. We hold it, and as we do that, we sort of emanate a light from within, right? And you've already got your light, obviously, Phil, or Ice, or whatever you want to be called. You've got your light, definitely through humor. Even though it's a little bit dirty, but I love it. I think it's hilarious. So, just expand that light, expand that ingenuity, expand whatever it is that it's intrinsically you, however you're feeling, just allow that light to wash over it, over your body, over your mind, over your spirit. When we release that breath, we want to let go of anything. The intention is to let go of anything that's no longer serving us, that's outdated, that just is stale or old. We can let it go back to the earth and let it be rejuvenated or whatever. For those of you that are paying attention in the last few days, do call back your energy from wherever you've left it. If you don't know what the callback is, go and watch the last 2 days of forecasts previous to this, and you'll learn what we're talking about. It's about calling back your energy into a giant ball above your head, and as we're doing this breath work, we're intending for that energy to sort of swirl and burn to a hot golden light, right? That resets it to new, right? It's a way of being energetically responsible, calling back things that we've left on situations or people or wherever we've left our sort of thoughts and our energy. We're bringing it back to us and setting it anew, right? So do that, and then beyond that, just sort of follow me and do whatever feels right to you, for you. Don't necessarily have to force anything. Don't go into effort. Just intend for it to be so, okay? You can also sort of align your chakras during this process, just again, intending for it to be so. You don't have to get too particular about, if you see stuff, great. If you see that, like say maybe your first chakra is blown out, or you're working more out of your 5th chakra, right? Your throat. Maybe you're screaming at people a lot, or you're communicating a lot what your needs are in a good way. You might see that chakra as being open more. Just intend for everything to be sort of set at a spirit level for the most ideal experience that you're going to have today. And you can just be in line with that and allow your spirit and your chakras to do the work. They're sort of, how do I want to say this? Like, our spirit is a higher vibrational being with a greater understanding of that sort of stuff than we are. So when we get in there and meddle, we don't want to think about it too much. We just want to intend and let it be, okay? Just keep the focus and the energy on healing, on acceptance, on gratitude, and run that vibration through our body at all levels: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, right? All right, so join me in that. Like, let's kind of get comfortable in our chairs if we're seated. And this is also a good time, if you want to ask your spirit, your soul to come closer to you. It's a beautiful time to do that. So I tend to put my hand on my body. Ice, you might want to put your hand. I put mine on my heart. You might want to put it on your. I put mine on my heart. You might want to put yours heart on. I don't know. So that's up to you, Ice. But I put my hand on my body to bring my attention back here to the present moment. It helps me to sort of get centered and bring my attention right here behind my eyes, right? That's sort of the goal of this. Let's take in that first breath through the nose deep into the belly, and we're going to hold at the top of the breath. Inhale. And engage that light, turn it on and let it emanate out. Adjust your chakras and begin to call back your energy. And release that breath, giving thanks for the body. Move your body a little bit if you need to, just to sort of shake it out and ease it, like bring your shoulders down. Just say thank you to your body. Let's take in that second breath. Emanate that light a little bit more, let it go where it needs to, and adjust those chakras. Just see them coming in alignment, in balance, in ease and grace. Release that breath. Continue to call back that energy wherever you may have left it. It's not important where you find it. See it burning hot, golden, and bright above us. Saying thank you to the mind for all that it does, seeing the mind come into sort of contact with the body and sort of in alignment with the body, in support of the body and gratitude of the body, and vice versa, the body doing the same for the mind, right? We're sort of building that connection between the two. We want this connection. We need this connection. This connection is sort of why we're here, is to acknowledge it, honor it, and give gratitude towards it, right? To strengthen it. Let's take in that third breath. And hold. Emanate that light out past the body into the auric field. Do any last minute adjustments to your chakras. Call in that last bit of energy and see it burning hot and bright. Release that breath. Giving thanks to the spirit, bringing the spirit into alignment with the body and the mind. Also bringing into synchronicity, gratitude, support of both of those two components, and vice versa, them in support of the spirit. I usually visualize this as a triangle or a pyramid, and I place the one that I want to work with most on the top of the pyramid at this time, supported by the other two aspects of self, right? And then let's take in a couple more breaths, and as we take in these breaths, we want to make sure that that energy that we've called back above our head, above our crown chakra, is burning hot, golden, and bright, reset at our own vibration, at the perfect, optimum, not perfect, but the optimum vibration for us today, right? It's just set. It's intended and set. So imagine that pouring down in as you breathe in and out. And let that just wash over you, down through your crown, down over your brain, into your head, past your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your chin, through your throat. You like that part, Ice, I know you do. Let it go to your shoulders, out your shoulders and down your arms, all the way down your forearms, to your hands, to your fingers, down through your chest. Keep taking nice, deep, even breaths and releasing them, letting it go wash over your heart, over your sternum, over your third chakra, your second chakra, your root chakra, over your buttocks, your genitals, all of your vital organs, down your hips and thighs, down your knees. Just see that golden energy or feel that golden energy. Intend for that golden energy to be there. letting it go down your calves, all the way to your ankles, and then to your feet. Even a little bit can pour out into your aura. It can spill out past the edges of your body into your aura and give your aura a healing and a rejuvenation, right? And when that's settled, open your eyes and rejoin me. And let me know how that felt, guys. We're at Saturday the 7th. Wow, we're the first weekend of December. It's kind of moved quickly. Hey, Jax, good morning. Thanks for joining us. All right, so I'm going to start to shuffle the cards, guys. So this is the daily forecast, Jax. Welcome to the daily forecast. This is sort of an energetic, like, weather report for all of us as a collective whole. So this reading goes for everyone. This is sort of like insight, or the intention is to find cards that work for those, for all of us that are watching live right now, and anybody that may watch this in the future. It's sort of like a timeless thing, right? So I believe that Spirit can create the message. I just am here to help sort of deliver it. So I ask Spirit to come in and allow for that message to come through. What do we need to hear for our own highest good, for our own highest purpose? What do we need to focus on? Where do we need to lay our attention or our energies today, right? Similar to like a weather report where you would check the weather before heading out to work, right? So we're checking sort of like the energetic tone of things. What do we want to focus on? Where do we want to apply ourselves today? Or what do we want to, work on or give attention to? That name, it's kicking me in the butt. I think it's funny. I can't believe I totally fell for it. I just said it right out. I was like, oh, hey. Okay. Let's see here what's going on. I think one more time is good. There we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, I'm gonna flip this coin around, or the camera around, the coin around. Let me put the chat window back up. This is a new card for us. This is the Five of Swords. And this is adversary is the word down at the bottom of this. And the Five of Swords is always sort of like this kind of competition. To me, adversary is not necessarily always well, I kind of see Five of Swords as sort of intellectual competition, generally as a rule. But it's usually to me in almost a competitive, or it's not like threatening, like physically threatening, right? Does that make sense, guys? So I feel like, and this is where I'm going to take this right out of the gate. Remember that tree that we had in Sunday? And remember that leaf, that branch that we had with the leaf the following day? I feel like somebody's maybe going to be pecking away at our foundations today. And that's okay. I feel like they're going to be a little bit maybe annoying, like the woodpecker. Their thoughts or their ideas might be a little bit challenging to us and what we want to do. Don't be surprised if you run into somebody like that, or maybe the adversary might be in our own mind, in the sense that we have maybe thoughts or ideas that we were taught by, say, it could be our parents or our teachers or society, that undermine us a little bit today, or make us feel a little bit like not stressed, but like challenged in what we know to be true. I feel like this tree is representational of that tree that we saw on Sunday of last week, and I feel like as I'm at the beginning of the week, as I'm looking at this, this feels like this is a challenge to our foundational growth, right? What have we sort of grown in? What have we sort of grounded ourselves in? What have we sort of established for ourselves, maybe over the course of this week or this month or even this year? Are those things going to get challenged today? And like I said, they could be challenged by an outside source. These woodpeckers would be an outside source that are kind of coming and nitpicking us, or offering suggestions maybe we don't necessarily need or want or haven't asked for. But to me, I feel like this is more annoying than an actual real threat. Does that make sense? But it could also be internally within us. It could be the thoughts that we've potentially adopted, right? That we didn't know necessarily were there, and we need to kind of let them go so that we may sort of, so that we can continue to grow strong like this tree, so that we can sort of shed away the woodpeckers. Now, it's funny that we've got woodpeckers, and our friend Ice is here this morning. I hope he's still here because I'm going to say pecker a lot, and that's probably going to be really exciting for him. I don't know. Maybe he's going to come back as Phil McCracken. I'm not sure. But, so, these woodpeckers, um, what is going on this Saturday? These woodpeckers, to me, um, are a nuisance more so than an actual real threat, right? They're part of the natural cycle of things. They're part of the natural process. So these challenges or these adversaries that we may have to experience today, or these thoughts that we may have that challenge what we're trying to do now in the present moment, they may be a little bit annoying. They may want to bring our vibration down, or get us a little bit like sort of get under our skin, so to speak, as these guys are kind of trying to get under the skin of this tree. But we don't have to let them, as long as we're aware of them, and as long as we're aware that like they are just that, they're only adversaries and they're temporary. And the reason why I say that is because these are birds, right? At some point they're gonna maybe peck at us, but then they're gonna fly off, right? They're gonna fly off to the next tree or to the next thing. So they're not a permanent fixture in our life. The tree is much more stable and strong than these birds are, in the sense that um, the birds are, how do I want to say this? Like, they're random. They move from tree to tree or wherever they go. I also want to say that they are part of the grand scheme, because as I'm thinking about this and I'm reading this, I'm being taken back to that Sunday picture. And remember, in that Sunday picture, we had that beautiful tree that had all of those, it was sort of barren, and it was sort of like we're stripping it back to basics, right? And really looking at ourselves from a very maybe even vulnerable, pared down space of what we believe in, what we want. And there was all of those nests in the tree, right? So I feel like some of those nests are like, my attention is being called to those nests. Like, we may give home and we may give shelter to some of these more annoying aspects of ourselves, or to those around us that might judge us or feel like they're nitpicking us and telling us, oh no, you can't do it that way, blah, 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 blah. But it's like our choice how much we want to allow them that opportunity, okay? And we need to remember that these two sometimes, what I'm sort of hearing is we need to remember too that sometimes these adversaries are a part of our experience on purpose. They're needed. Oh my God. Stop with the notifications, please. They're needed, and they actually kind of show us where we're at, how strong we are, how capable and grounded we may be, by how we sort of interact with them. So when I'm looking at this tree, I see this very stable connection to the earth and staying sort of grounded and centered, even if we might feel like it's coming at us from different directions today. Um, but we will like hold on to that strength and stay in that sort of strength and kind of keep ourselves planted, and take heart in the fact that if you do find yourself dealing with a situation that might be a little bit annoying or frustrating, or somebody's maybe being a little bit critical, or you're being critical of yourself even in your own thoughts, that allow this to be temporary. Allow yourself to operate. This tree, to me, what I'm feeling like, and this is where that the idea of the nests come in, is that this tree really is a focal point and a space of support for these woodpeckers, even if the woodpeckers are sort of judgmental, or pecking or giving unwarranted or unsolicited advice, that sort of thing. Like, so if we have people that are maybe annoying us or whatever, we need to remember that they're there, because not only are they showing us sort of what we don't want, but we also are a support to them in some way that we don't understand, and how we interact with them. Like this tree to me is strong and passive. So it's like, don't bite today. Like don't lash out at these. If there are outside sources that are um, maybe annoying you, be like this tree. Be solid, be stable, be calm, be centered, and just know that these guys, they need us more than sort of we need them, and they're probably trying to help in their own sort of weird way. Now, if these thoughts are within us, hold the same belief. Remain calm, centered, and just look at the thoughts for what they are. That they're temporary, fleeting annoyances. That we have the power to sort of, you know, change them really, or choose to focus on something else and let them fly on to the next tree. Um, But this tree is a sort of a like a water cooler, I feel like, in a way, for these um, uh, woodpeckers, right? So we might be attracting these types of people to us because we are so strong, because we are so capable, and so these people see that, or they sense that on some level, and they want to sort of, not necessarily from a malicious place, they want to peck away at that support, or they want to peck away at that and understand why you have it. How do you get it? How do you stay so positive? You can't just be that positive. That's not how the world works. This sucks. Blah, blah, blah. I'm hearing those sort of things as I'm looking at this picture. So be mindful of that when you're out in the world today, and you're dealing with maybe situations or things that might feel like frustrating, possibly annoying, or even they don't have to be outside of us. They could be our own thoughts, our own. We want to keep that sort of balance that we do in the breath work of keeping in line and in gratitude. And even when our mind's in fear or frustration or judgment of ourselves, we want to like thank the mind for that judgment, and then say, okay, can I have something else, right? Like like if we spend a lot of time in judgment or self-critical, and we're running that self-critical tape, it's time to become aware that it's just pecking away at our strength, our own uh, growth, right? That's the tree here. And so we're allowed to acknowledge it and say, oh, hi, I see you there. Thanks. What are you trying to point out here? Oh, an area where I need work? Okay, well, great. I'm going to get to that work in just one moment. Thank you for showing me that. And I know that sounds like a simplified, pared down idea, but it can be that simple. If you find yourself being overly self-critical or frustrated with yourself or whatever, sit down and do the 3 breaths. Line yourself up. Line your mind, your body, and your spirit up together. It's funny to me too, there's 3 woodpeckers I'm just noticing right now. So we have the mind, the body, and the spirit represented there around the tree. So there is a trinity around that tree. So that's kind of cool. I'm just noticing that too. It's funny how yesterday's reading was so sort of mind, body, spirit oriented too, and we're seeing it again in this card. So I think this breath work, there's some significance to doing this breath work for us, especially as the year ends and we head into 2020. We're like rearranging our relationships to ourselves. And what I mean by selves is like our relationships between our mind, our body, and our spirit. They're the different aspects of ourselves, right? And so as we acknowledge them and give gratitude for them and bring them into alignment, or intend for that alignment to happen, it will naturally sort of flow in that direction. And when that flow begins to take hold, we experience a different experience altogether, right? We experience a different life because we are more in sync with ourselves. So life starts to sync up with us, I believe. I believe the opportunities that come to us, the options, the interactions, all become more like easy. They're not perfect, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not like we won't deal with the trials and tribulations of life, but we'll be more like sort of suited for them. They will take less of a toll. We will be stronger than them in a way, like this tree is. We will be able to sort of deal with them in a way from a position of like sort of passive support versus aggressive resistance. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? I hope that makes sense. So, Oh, yeah, Kelly, acknowledging the Fresh Meat. Remember Fresh Meat Festival? Does that still go on? She's saying, oh, nice sweatshirt, Danny boy. I used to love the Fresh Meat Festival. All right, let's see what this other card says. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wow, very cool. So today's card says, I honor my body. The manuka flower entrusts me to care for myself. I live and believe in what does that say? I can't see because of the flower. In that reminder, of self-care, I think that's what it says. It's hard to see because the print is the same color as the flower. I live and believe in that reminder of self-care. So, I'm gonna say this. When she's saying I honor my body, right? First off, she's beautiful. I love her. Like, she's lovely. And again, I feel like she is giving us this sort of version of what we saw yesterday. If you guys didn't watch yesterday's forecast, remember the older lady that we had that sort of represented, how did we have that? We had the health stone, which would have been the body. We had the spider, which was the mind, and she was the spirit, right? So she had that long black hair that was draped over her naked body. Here, we've got the same sort of younger version of that woman, I feel like. Maybe we've been rejuvenated today. Maybe we feel a little bit more, there's pep in our step. We feel a little bit more youthful or excited, or there's maybe some more enthusiasm today. I feel like she's pulled back her hair. We haven't lost the knowledge or the age that was with that woman that we had yesterday. I feel like we're blooming forth in a new sort of younger way. And this acknowledgement of the body is similar to what I'm seeing here, which is like this is the body of us, or the sort of where these woodpeckers, maybe this is the emotions, the mind, and the spirit kind of all sort of coming around the body going, okay, so today honor the body at the deepest level. Bring everything in tune with that, right? Bring our mind. The Five of Swords is that competitive nature, right? And this is adversary. So where are we having adversarial thoughts? Or where are our adversaries maybe in our world where their thoughts don't line up with ours? And when we acknowledge and love ourselves from a place of a very physical presence, or from our physical existence, because that's why we're here on this third dimensional plane, is to have that physical experience, to be in a body, to feel those emotions and all of the gamut and broad spectrum, good and bad. When we begin to find gratitude for all of it, and that's when we are honoring the body, we are honoring the feelings, we are honoring the experience, and we really do bloom in that, right? And we see the growth and the beauty in all of it, right? And I'm going to say this too, we become like how she is, where we're sort of, we have more energy, we're younger, we appreciate ourselves more, we see our own beauty, we're able to allow others to see us as we are. And that's when others want to swoop in and kind of like peck away at what we've got going on, because they don't understand how we've gotten it or how we keep hold of it. But what we're doing too, by being this sort of light, or by being in this balance with ourselves, Tallulah, stop, honey. By being in this balance with ourselves, they are automatically attracted to it, and they don't even understand why. So we can't be mad at them or upset with them if they come around and want to sniff around and sort of maybe peck at it a little bit and get their peckers out, okay? That's for you, Ice. So let them have their peck fest. You know, today can be a pecker fest for all of us. It started off good with Ice's arrival. I'll be upset if Ice is gone now and he missed this whole forecast, but we can allow ourselves to be a little bit, we're stronger than the opinions of others. We're even stronger than our own opinions. So if we find that we have some adversarial opinions, either of our own making or of those outside of us, just honor ourselves and honor ourselves at a very deep body level, right? And don't worry, because it will be fine. Right, now let's see what the grounding stone is for today. Oh, beautiful. Today is Create. This stone was given to me at the Virginia Beach Mediums. This is made by my friend Julie. She paints stones. And so I asked her to bring one to me to Virginia. She's my friend from Puerto Vallarta. I asked her to bring me one to add into the grounding stone bag. So to me, this is the stone that she brought me. This is Create, and it's to me, it's all about there's brightness, there's beauty. Purple is a color of spirit, right? The orange and the flowers is about growth. The green is also healing. To me, this feels like, okay, so I'm going to say this. Our spirit is here today. We're honoring our body up here today. And like, so this is, oh shit, this is our pyramid, guys. It's just inverted. Do you see what I'm saying? Is that making sense to you? Okay, this is the mind. The swords represents the element of air and the intellect or the mind. This could be the minds of others being adversarial to us today, but that's okay. We're strong like this tree. And if we stay strong in mind and strong in body and honor the body, we're able to create from a space of the spirit, right? Purple is a very spiritual color. There's energy here, there's healing here, there's creation here. We have the option to create this sort of experience for ourselves. We have the option to choose where we place our thoughts and what we choose to focus on and how we honor our physical vehicle and our physical experience. And if we're able to take that honor and give gratitude for the things that we have, including the nitpicky thoughts or the outside influences that might be a little bit annoying or challenging at times, we actually create a better space and this beautiful connection between things where adversaries become very temporary and they don't really have a long-term effect. And they actually, I really have to say this, I feel like we teach them something. We offer them support even if they're critical of it, even if they're not aware of it, okay? The reason why all of these three birds have sort of shown up onto this tree, I feel like, is because they're attracted to the strength and the beauty and the growth of the tree. They're attracted to this energy of creation. They're attracted to this honor that we should be giving ourselves today at the physical level. So to me, I see this as the body, the mind, and the spirit, and that is your triangle. It is inverted, but I do see it, and it feels like the cards have sort of shifted position today. So today, I'm going to say that focus on whatever makes you sort of, again, this is sort of like happiness stone that we saw 2 days ago. This creation stone to me feels very energized and exuberant and like light. So keep your energy light and focused on like what excites you or what feels like creative and fun for you today. This morning, it's funny, I'm just using myself as an example. I'm gonna switch the cameras around really quick. I was online last night, like researching mediumship stuff, and I've created a couple of different memes, and I created actually, I don't want to say it, well, I'm gonna say it. I created, oh, what am I doing? I gotta get the chat box up so I can see what you guys are saying. I created a new group. It's just going to be a small group for on Facebook for mediumship development. So I found myself this morning like creating memes and going through my notes from Virginia Beach and starting to sort of compile that information all into one place. So, and I was also adding it to a group that I belong to from the group of people from the mediumship group. So I'm certainly doing some of what that stone says today already, I just realized. And so I think if you guys go out into the world and do some of that yourself, you might feel a nice balance, a nice good feeling, and those adversaries might just, fly. They might come and visit for a minute. They might get a sense of something that they want for themselves. They may pick at it a bit. Don't worry, let them pick and then let them fly off. And if you're picking at yourself, don't. Honor yourself at the deepest level that you can, and know that anything you might be putting yourself through mentally is temporary. That's definitely the feeling that I get from those woodpeckers. Okay, that is your forecast for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it makes sense. Please give it a like, share, a comment, a subscribe. Hit the bell so you're notified when I come on. I listed in the beginning of the video the ways. Oh, you can also follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. So if you want to follow me there, feel free to do so. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Keep on the lookout for Aquarius and Pisces 2020 yearly predictives today. I'm going to get those done today. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning for the Sunday forecast. All right. Have a great day. Bye.